Hello again and welcome to another episode of The Final Whistle. Today I'm going to change up a bit. I'm going to be doing 5 things that you can expect to see in the Premier League this weekend. So straight into number 5, that is going to be Michael Carrick in the Man United lineup. And the main reason is that he will really benefit Pogba and improve his game. He's the only one in the team that has that passing ability to dictate a game. He's got the best passing ability in the team. He'll be able to find Pogba easily, be able to find Pogba in space, which is what he needs. And he'll do the defensive duties that Pogba just can't and won't do. He had a good game midweek, albeit against Northampton, where he grabbed a goal. But he's definitely one of Man United's best midfielders. He's their most experienced, definitely, and he's clearly and most obviously their best passer. And they're really lacking someone who can control the game. Because at the moment they've got Pogba and Fellaini, and you'd expect it from Pogba, but that's just not his game, and he needs someone like Carrick in there to dictate the tempo. If Mourinho wants to get a winning streak back, he needs to put Carrick in. He needs to change the way Pogba's being used if he wants to get the best out of the £89 million man. Going into number 4, and you can expect Man City to absolutely thump Swansea City. I'm expecting at least 4, 5 or 6 goals. City just looks so good under Guardiola. No one's really been able to challenge him. The most they've been challenged is probably against Sunderland's first game, where they needed a late own goal to get the points. They did actually play Swansea this week, where they won 2-1 in the EFL Cup, but they were playing a weakened side with the best players probably Stones and company in defence. But I can just see them scoring 4, 5 or 6 goals against them and it being a routine win. Swansea's manager Gwedlin is actually tipped to be the first manager to be sacked this season in the Premier League, with Ryan Giggs, the bookies' favourites, to take over him. And there's no surprise really, as the Telegraph reported this week, during Swansea's pre-season in USA, the manager actually skipped morning sessions so that he could watch the Tour de France. I mean, what is that about? You're in the biggest league in the world with the most money put into it, and you're going to skip morning sessions just so you can watch the Tour de France. If results don't improve, and Sunday they're definitely not going to get a result, they're going to get absolutely whacked, then he will definitely be out the door. Okay, so going into number 3, you can expect Romelu Lukaku to score this weekend. Everton have been really impressive this season, and at the beginning of the year, I'd tip them to get into Europe. Ronald Koeman's completely changed their style. He's made them better defensively, which they were poor under Roberto Martinez, and kept their offensive qualities. And Romelu Lukaku is definitely one of them qualities. One of the best young strikers in the world. He's got absolutely everything. He's fast, strong, he's got good finishing, he's great in the air. He's a complete nightmare for defenders to defend against. And against Bournemouth, he's going to run riot. Last season, he showed how good he can be with his impressive run of form. Probably not the best run of form that there was last season, because obviously there was Jamie Vardy, but he was a close second. And if he hits that sort of form this season, then he could even be Golden Boot winner. So get on your betting apps and put a 5 on Romelu Lukaku to score any time. Although, you're probably going to get like 7 quid back. Okay, and going straight into number 2, you can expect Arsenal to beat Chelsea this weekend. I hate to say as a United fan, but Arsenal look really impressive this season, and Arsene Wenger has made the signings he needs to. He's got Xhaka, Mustafi and Perez, all areas that they needed to improve on. Xhaka's just an improved version of Coquelin, but it's better passing ability, better tackling and better hair. Perez is going to bag you goals and provide a competition for Giroud, and I think that's going to benefit Giroud this season. And Mustafi has just been excellent since coming in. He's hardly put a foot wrong, and I doubt he will for a couple games. Chelsea, on the other hand, have been good, but they haven't been as good as Arsenal. Chelsea do look good, but just not as good as Arsenal. Under Conte, they just don't look the finished picture. Maybe in a couple games, if they can get some wins, get some form, and then maybe they'll look even better. But I think it's going to be an easy win for Arsenal on Saturday, and I'm predicting them to beat Chelsea 2-0. With the anniversary of Arsene Wenger's 20 years at Arsenal this week, they're going to be pumped up and they're going to get a big result. Okay, so lastly, at number 1, you can expect Wayne Rooney to be dropped against Leicester. His performances just haven't merited that of a £300,000 a week player and someone who's the captain of England and Man United. I'm a big fan of Rooney, and people who say he's had a bad career, he's been terrible his whole career, are just plain ignorant. They can't look at the facts, they don't look at the stats. He's been England and Man United's best player for the past 5-10 years. But his performances just haven't been good enough. Mourinho came into this club with a bit of a ruthless streak. People were expecting him to drop Rooney straight away because of performances last season and the season before, as they haven't been that good, but he just hasn't done that yet. But with Rooney playing midweek against Northampton, I think that indicated that he's going to be dropped against Leicester. Who knows, maybe it'll improve his performances, or maybe he'll start fighting for his place, which to be fair, he should have been doing that already, but maybe it'll improve his performances. Maybe they'll get a glimpse of the old Wayne Rooney, but at his age, you can't really expect him to be playing like he was at 25. Mourinho has 3 really good choices as well to bring in for Rooney. He's got Mata, Mkhitaryan and Pogba, who could all play at number 10. I think we'll possibly see the last 2, Mkhitaryan or Pogba, or he'll play a 4-3-3 formation. He does need to get Rooney out of team to let these players adapt, let these players play their game in their own position, and I think he'll see a real improvement. So that's my 5 expectations. Maybe next week I'll put a bar at the bottom of the video with the 5 that I suggested, and I'll give a tick for everyone that comes in. They're not guaranteed, they're just my opinion, and we'll see next week what happens. Okay, so before I go, I'm going to do a giveaway when I get to 200 subscribers. So share this video, tell your friends, subscribe, and when I get closer to that sub count, then I'm going to do a video on it. Thinking of giving away FIFA 17 on a preferred console, maybe another game that's out, or maybe something completely different. I'll talk about it closer to the time. I hope you enjoyed that. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter.